I think probably seeing like a magazine, like the old school stories.
Okay.
You know, seeing a magazine when you were younger and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But I grew up, you know, drawing a lot of like just black and gray like portraits when I was a little kid, and also like Disney characters.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like watching like the Disney afternoons, because you're way older than me, aren't you?
I'm 46.
Yeah, I'm 41.
Okay.
So you're just way older. So
Yeah.
I don't
I'm the
know.
old.
Yeah.
I'm the oldest now.
Yeah. Do you remember those Disney afternoon specials at all they used to run?
If
Probably-
I did, I for sure.
Well, they would have like DuckTales, which
That's what I remember.
Yeah, my kid was obsessed with like the old
Hmm.
DuckTales, but it was like a four slots. It was like a 2-hour slot, whatever. But it would have DuckTales, I think Tailspin,
Yeah, that's right.
Gummy Bears,
Oh.
and I
I
think
think you're
Darkwing Duck.
Oh yeah. I don't remember gummy bears, but
Oh yeah,
huh.
it's pretty sweet.
That was
But-
kind of your reference
It's
and
pretty sweet.
inspiration.
Yeah, I mean
shows.
that and just old Disney like Fox and the Hound and
Mhm.
cartoons like
Some
that.
great
So those are like
inspiration.
those are like
Yeah.
the classics. And then yeah, I don't even know how I got into like doing the portraits, but that was I like to do that stuff, but I like to do the Disney. So it's like complete opposite of like
Yeah.
the cartoony kind of stuff, but then also like the realistic stuff I loved.
Mm,
And it's just kind of same thing with like music. Like I can't listen to just Metallica and Deftones
Mm-hmm.
and Five Finger Death Punch
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
anything off of 93X.
Yeah.
You know, I can't
Mhm.
listen to that stuff.
Yeah.
I can listen to a. No, I'm kidding. I'm just talking shit.
So then where was your apprenticeship? How long
Uh,
have you been tattooing since then, or before then?
Dude, I suck at numbers. I started my apprenticeship, I think June of 2016,
Okay.
Mm.
and that was at.
Oh.
Can we blurb that out too?
Sure.
Yeah.
Anything positive and negative that has a name, just blurb it out.
Gotcha.
Dude. It's like the whole podcast. Beep. But yeah, I started there, and
Is this the one in Maplewood?
no, I was at the Spring Lake Park one, and then they had another apprentice there.
Huh.
But obviously, like me, I was what 33 or 34
Okay.
at the time,
Yeah.
34 I think when I got the apprenticeship, and usually it's like you're like 18,
Yeah.
Mhm.
something like that. So I'm like already way older.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I don't know how apprenticeships usually work, and
How did yours go? What did they?
dude, I feel like I was tossed around.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
No,
Because
kick
like
it over.
Because like I've told CM before, like before I started apprenticing under him, like I knew some people who at apprentice like started apprenticing here and then moved or yada yada, and like I've heard like people who are like, dude, like I got dicked around. This is
Yeah.
fucking horrible. And then like I've heard from other people like, no, that's great. So it's like
Yeah.
to me, it's interesting to hear everybody's.
And for me too, because I'm trying to put some sort of system to it.
Yeah.
Just not even a system, but just so it's measurable for these
Mhm.
guys. So they're, I mean, I've heard and I understand somewhat like, you got to leave them on the hook forever.
Yeah.
And then until it's like, you get to tattoo today. I'm like, I get that. But
Mhm.
I know I'm a pretty impatient person, and I would
Yeah.
rather, like, how much of our life though is spent like, geez, I wonder when I'll get married. I wonder when I'll
Mhm.
ever have kids, or I wonder when I'll make $1 million, if I'll make $1 million. It's like,
Yeah.
why not just know?
Yeah.
Like, if you do these things, then that's going to be step 2.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So it is interesting to hear, like, well,
Yeah.
what was yours like?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah,
this far in.
for me, even like you were never like the when it happens, it happens.
Yeah.
But he also wasn't. You weren't like, by this date you're going to be doing this. It's like more based off performance. I feel
Yeah.
like. And like you got to show up, do what you're expected, and
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
And it's really hard nowadays because I feel like there's so many people just getting apprenticeships. Kind of like
Mhm.
I can't tell other people. It's like that Oprah, like you get a apprenticeship, you get an
Mm.
apprenticeship, everyone gets apprenticeships, and
Mhm.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. So it's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that just get them, but they don't have to work for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't have to put in the time or effort and show advancement, and
Yeah.
that's kind of frustrating too, because like
Yeah.
I tried getting an apprenticeship for years,
Really?
and I didn't get one until I was 33, 34 years old, and then now I
Mhm.
started seeing people like getting them and all this stuff, and like
Mhm.
there's a point where I was like, dude, I don't think I'm ever gonna get the
Yeah.
tattoo.
And
like,
how long do you think you'd been trying before you landed one?
Probably like, I don't know, 10 years.
Oh, wow.
Something
so you
like
just kind
that.
of get
Yeah.
getting.
Well, yeah, because I remember I remember one guy telling me that just you need to get better at drawing and all this stuff, which I feel like the younger me just didn't take constructive criticism
Mhm.
well, and they just wanted me talking to them years later, like, because I would go to the shop and hang out and do all this stuff, go help get their oil changed and
Yeah.
Okay.
things like that, you
Yeah.
know. And then them telling me, you just got to get better and all this stuff, and just me being younger, like not taking constructive criticism, and then just be like, all right, F you.
Okay.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
As opposed to like me now, it's like, oh yeah, oh okay, yeah. Like anyone that talks about my tattoos, I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't think about it like that.
Mm.
Younger me, if I was tattooing, then I'd be like, what do you know, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, now older me is just like, oh yeah, just any information, tell me so I can make it better and learn and
That's a huge difference.
Yeah.
sure. Maturity and all that stuff. So like a lot of younger people, I mean, I can only go off of my experience or whatever. Like, I don't feel like I had a rough apprenticeship,
Mhm.
but I feel like because I went from one location, then I went to another location in Maplewood, but that's where I met like
Okay.
they became good friends, and then being an apprentice and living in Ramsey, almost Elk River, and then having my car repoed at the time and just not making any money being an apprentice, all that, and trying to stare at my license plate as opposed to the cell phone. So driving back and forth, and then I couldn't make it back because my car got repoed like right out of the Maplewood parking lot.
Yeah.
And then so then they dropped me from there, but then one of the artists ended up helping me get into another shop in Ramsey with this guy. He passed away since, but this guy, like, I don't know, it's like one of those apprenticeships where he just wanted you there, but he would never help you kind of deal. He just, you would have to figure it out on your own. So it's like I feel like I didn't get the hazing part, but it's like you can't really haze me either. Like, I'm old.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gullible.
A little scared of you even.
Yeah. So no, like this guy, like at one point he I feel bad by even saying it, but because he passed away. But he was gonna sign me off, but he said then I had to stay there at that shop for like 5 years after or whatever, and it's like I was already there at that shop probably a year and a half.
Okay.
So it probably took me 2.5 years to get my license, something like that. But I would do everything that everyone asked me. I wasn't like, I'm not going to do it or whatever. Like, I would show up on time. So it's like, even when I was going to Maplewood, like I'd get there at like 9 a.m., but the shop, I don't think it would open till like 10 a.m. or something like that. But I already had all the mopping done the night before, but I'd still mop, early, get there, take all the garbage out, get everything ready and all that stuff.
You had some pride in it then.
Yeah, you took
That's
definitely.
Awesome.
I feel like that's the maturity thing, like bite your tongue and all that kind of stuff. But younger me is definitely couldn't do that. You edit my lisp out?
I felt the same way. I think I was talking to you about this in Denver. As I'm 27 and I just started apprenticing, and I was like, man, I wish I would have done it when I was younger. I totally would have fucked it off if I did it when I was younger. I would have not like understood what I had, and I'd be like, oh, I'll just go to work, you know what I mean? I definitely get what
that's definitely what it is. A lot of people just, I mean, it would have been me included that wouldn't have known what they have kind of deal. But then it's frustrating seeing everyone get like an apprenticeship.
Yeah. You mean now or
no?
I think, are you talking just like apprentice factory?
There's shops that do apprentice factory. And it's just like, oh dang, dude, you got another.
Well,
apprentice?
I think that I mean that and I wonder when I'm gonna fall into that category too.
Oh yeah.
Only because
We're watching you.
you could.
No, I'm kidding.
You know, it changes all the time, but I think one thing that I for sure have come to like, nope, I think this is the path I'm going to take, is that if anybody's going to be a tattooer in here, I'm going to teach them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I feel like it's pretty hard to find a person who's been in it for a minute. Maybe they've established some habits or processes or whatever, for them to come in and expect them to fit in to maybe this mold, which isn't really too out there, I don't think.
No, it's pretty laid back.
But I don't know that would always work. And then two, I get, you know, I'm trying to run a business too, so it's like you can't just be here for a month and then go to the other shop because you miss your former coworkers. It's like, I don't know about all that stuff.
Yeah.
Because sadly, the days of dudes getting into a shop and being there for 20, 30 years is extremely rare these days. I know a couple guys that way, but only a couple. So, yeah, you know, but I think that all these other people all these apprenticeships are coming out is because it's a quick money maker for the owner. And we see it all the time. The quality of work is shit these days.
Yes.
And that means that there's people who they're for sure not at a point where they should be teaching people, but they are because of how our laws are written. And then they're not even really teaching the people.
Yeah.
All they have to do is fulfill their hours and now you're good.
Yes.
And
that's
it.
It's obnoxious.
Yeah, and that's tattooing today.
Yes.
Get licensed, apprentice somebody else, and then once those people are licensed, you know, or they start a shop.
Yeah, I suck at math, but I suck at a lot of things, but math definitely. But I was trying to think about it the other day because like our license in Minnesota is what, like $420 every 2 years.
Yep.
So then, how many artists?
I know what you're gonna say, dude. There's 20. I want to say it's either 1,500 ballpark, give or take, or like 2,500
artists.
Yeah.
Licensed artists.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is that mathematically?
Yeah.
You look like you'd be good at math with that haircut.
Oh, I'm horrible on math.
Dude, he's in here trying to be a
tattooer. Me around this.
Well, I've calculated it's millions. It's millions of dollars between establishment fees. Then you got piercers. Then you got people with dual artists or licensure. Yeah, it's insane.
Yes,
it is insane.
And then the fact, like that whole thing that we're talking about, or we started talking about earlier, like that seminar with like really not good tattoo artists throwing these seminars for like $3,500 and it'll teach you the basics and the fundamentals and all this stuff.
Right.
And you're going to teach it to a bunch of people. Like, I feel like an apprenticeship should really be like a one-on-one mentorship where the mentor is going to be investing their time into that person because that person is going to be going out into the world and, you know, that's your child.
Yeah, well,
essentially. And if they suck, that's your child.
Yeah.
You put that thing out into the world.
And you're like, your stamp is on that person.
Yeah,
if they go screw
I literally
off,
do.
It's like
I mean, if you want me to tattoo like your initials on his stamp, we can do that. Yeah, make it look like a stamp, like a realistic stamp, but it says CM on there.
Yeah,
that way you always know your place.
Yeah, but no, that's the thing I always think about is like, let's say you've been tattooing. Let's say you've been tattooing for 15 years, and then you have all these like dog shit apprentices out in the world, and it's like you're like destroying your own reputation.
Craft,
you know, it's like you may do really good tattoos, but like people are gonna ask who so and so, like who'd you work under.
But if there's so many, you can't trace it. You just keep pumping them out, and it's like, dude, I don't even know who the mentor is in this situation. They've had like 50, 60 apprentices that they just get their hours real quick and pump them out, you know. And there's people that they want to help out their friends. And it's like, dude, don't.
Let me show you a thing. Let me show you.
Don't do your friends and all that stuff, because then you're either gonna lose the apprenticeship or you're going to lose your friendship.
Sure. Yeah, one of the two is not going to make it.
Yes.
That's a good point.
So you were obviously, like you said, you were coming in early, cleaning, doing your part.
Yeah.
What else did you do? Was it a lot of just like sitting, drawing, watching, tattooing?
I mean, I feel like more of the drawing was just at home, and a lot of me at the shop was obviously cleaning, setting people up, breaking them down. Like the first one in Maplewood, and sitting and watching. Like I'm a visual. You can explain to me all day, but until I actually see it,
I agree.
So like when I see some apprentices now, they don't ever come in and watch. Like you need to sit and watch, you know. So like, like let me tattoo my legs. Dude, he stayed till 7 a.m. with me. Damn. And like in the mall, they had to shut the cages and stuff like that. But we had to get up. We had to get up before security got there. You know. But the fact that he wasn't technically my mentor, but he was willing to invest his time into me.
Yeah, that's cool.
That was super, super cool, and that showed me kind of who he was, and he's a very caring person, you know. But incredible. Like, if I'm working on my leg and I'm just things are upside down, you know. But yeah, he's over here is like, no, bro, like this, and then he starts showing me, and I'm like, oh, okay, and then I started doing that, but. Literally 7 a.m. and we had to like get out before security comes and stuff like
so
that,
crazy.
you know.
Yeah.
So
that's a great story.
Yes.
Yeah, that shop was super fun because they're all young, but they're all hungry too. You know, you got Kane there, and he's a great person. We're gonna edit all that stuff out.
Gotcha.
Everything. Just cut the feed. I'll do it live. Like Bill, was that Bill Riley? What's that news?
Bill O'Reilly.
Bill O'Reilly. It's like, fuck it, we'll go live. We'll go live. I'm kidding. But yeah, that shop was super fun because there was 2 of us apprentices. We shared a booth, so that was, I mean, cool to have some sort of booth or whatever. But he could only tattoo a certain time. I could only tattoo a certain time. He let me tattoo him, kind of deal. And so it's like, but then. Just watching every artist because they all had like Kane was into like his new school, kind of into that neo-traditional. He was into the realism, so there's all different artists to kind of nitpick, you know, not nitpick.
It's
Pick stuff from because it's like I gotta visually watch what's going on, then I have to try to figure out what works for me. You know, like I use all bug pin.
Okay.
I don't use any standard. At all.
I didn't know small holes.
Yeah. But I didn't know what a bug pin was. It would not register for like 2 years in my head. I was like, why am I so stupid?
Is it until you like saw one under a loop or something, or what?
Yeah, just I think the name bug pin.
Yeah.
It just didn't register why that is the name of it.
Yeah.
For some odd reason. It's like, well, I know it just makes my realism look smoother. You know, everything's kind of grouped in tighter, so I'm not leaving like track marks and, or track marks or whatever, claw marks or whatever. Stipple. Yeah.
I've noticed too, like I could watch you and Anna.
Never watch me. You haven't followed me on Instagram, dude.
I will after this.
He was outside the parking lot.
Yeah. Dude. Yeah.
I'm just gonna block him.
But like, I could watch all you guys use a mag, and you're all gonna use it a little bit different. Like I even was watching like Nate when we were in Denver, like how he would come through, and I totally agree. It's like just pick like one little thing and from and just kind of find what works for you.
And I mean, I've been tattooing for 7 years? Dang, no. Whoa, maybe 3 years now? No, I'm kidding. It's like, damn, dude, you're really good. No, like 7 years or something like that. But I still am trying to learn. So it's like I haven't stopped trying to figure things out.
Yeah.
You know, like I still will buy these online seminars and stuff like that. Joshua Carlton was like a huge inspiration.
Yeah, same.
For me. So watching like...
Especially for realism, right?
Yeah.
Dude, so I tell these guys, I'm letting Anna borrow the first edition of his DVDs.
With the gorilla on it?
Yep.
Was it the gorilla?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or no. It was with like a monster.
Yeah.
And I still don't know
well,
what
there was 2.
From, but then the second edition is with the gorilla.
Yeah, because I had both of them. I lend them.
There's 3 of them.
well, here, I'm gonna rob you. No, I'm kidding. But yeah, so
I agree though.
did you ever get to meet him or talk to him?
No, I because same. It was just like, dude, this guy, he was the first watching those DVDs. Is like, I feel semi-confident to try a portrait.
Yeah.
And that's where I learned how to do that stuff.
That pendulum, baby.
I don't even remember him doing the pendulum. It was just his process.
Yeah.
Of how he broke down an image. I'm like, oh, I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm that dumb.
Yeah.
But I for sure wanted to get tattooed by him. And yeah, same. Like, he was just a big hero. Like,
Yeah.
Dude,
He's one of the nicest guys.
That's what I hear.
It's one of those things like we joint. You can blurb or blurt. What's
Blurb?
Blurb.
I don't know. What's
her
the
name
technical
out of
video?
Beep. I don't know.
Beep?
Bleep.
Yeah. Oh, well, we got this class. Was called. I don't know if you heard it. It was like, what the hell was it called? Like, business master class or
Yeah.
something like.
Yeah. Are you talking about a similar online seminar?
It was something like that, but it was like a business class, like tattoo
Oh.
business. I think it was tattoo business mastery.
Okay.
So it was the business side.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Yeah.
With the long dreads. That
Never
guy?
mind. Nope. No. Okay, so anyhow.
Anyways, moving on. No, I'm kidding. So like, yeah, we joined the class. There's like 30 of us, and I think this was the second class that it ever happened, and it was a fun class because there was people from all over that were like Zoom calls, and we would go through all these steps and things you can do and all this stuff, and I feel like I did greatly benefit from it. I met a lot of other artists from different states and all this stuff, which were super cool. But yeah, that's how I ended up meeting Joshua on there is through that. So he wasn't running it, but he was just like, because there was that what was that podcast that they had? It was him, Matt Clemmer, and Hip.
I definitely did not watch it.
It's Tattoo Guardians.
Oh, okay.
Podcast.
That's cool.
He tells us all the time. He's like, just any information or seminar or whatever. He's like, even if it's X amount of dollars, like, you'll take one thing from it. And you say it all the time. And that one thing is like invaluable.
Yeah.
Take one thing, throw it in your tool belt.
Yeah.
Because did you buy the Joshua Carlton DVDs?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's good. I know people who've pirated them. It's like, yeah, you like the first time you spend $100 on a DVD. You're like, oh well.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm gonna learn something.
Yeah, I got I don't know how many he has, but I got like the Hurtado DVD.
I have some pirated versions of his stuff.
I'll trade you for the Carltons.
Okay. Well, yeah.
You got to say that to be the nice guy on video.
This is true.
This is how I get those three for the
That's how this is
like, but you said.
Am I being diddied here?
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Figures.
Yeah, that would be the Diddy. That's what you would Diddy, not me. That's your child right there. What was I gonna say? I lost what. Where was I going with that?
You like watching DVDs? Tat gods.
Yeah, that's about it. I like to watch those. No, but that TBM, I think that's what it's called or whatever. Like, I met a lot of artists through there. There are a lot of cool people, a lot of crappy people, like the industry always has. Every industry has. But yeah, then finally meeting him and then going to that Evergreen convention.
I've never been.
Which is
awesome.
One of the best conventions.
Have you worked it?
Yeah, I've done it twice.
Nice.
I think twice.
Wow, put me on the list.
You don't need to be on the list. You just sign up. It's like one of those invitationals that's not actually invitational.
You invite yourself?
It used to be an invitation.
Yeah. Right.
Only. And then it just turned into like you just got to sign up before everyone else does. So,
that's cool.
But yeah, so then I physically met him there. And dude, he's one of the sweetest, nicest
that's awesome.
people
ever.
Like, I'm just a dumb little tattoo artist, but like he would come over and check me out and tattooing, and
that's pretty cool.
It's like,
it's
like, I'm not done. Don't look at it, dude.
The lighting in here is not as what I thought.
Yeah, you just see someone like that just kind of glancing and just start sweating like instantly.
Dude, I think I told Drew that one of the Minneapolis conventions, I was sharing a booth with the Canvas. This is before I even worked down here. and their booth, I don't know, I got there first. Looking back, I feel pretty bad because I was sharing a booth with their shop. You know, I paid my dues to be there, but it was like one of the first booths in the door, so I was the first one to show up, so I just took the edge.
Yeah.
And which maybe I should have left it to the other guys, I don't know, but
You
whatever.
paid.
I did,
Yeah.
and I beat him there. But
Yeah.
Philadelphia Eddie was
come.
across the row, and dude, I'm just struggling on this first.
Oh, no.
It's in the dark room.
Yeah,
And so you can't see anything, and here he comes.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just like, yeah, dude, I'm just shitting.
Yeah, so that always makes me feel better hearing things like that from people like you.
Yeah, dude, it never.
When you hear people that you like look up to and stuff like that, then they're struggling because of someone that makes them nervous. It's like, oh, dude, that's way better. I don't like to.
I like that feeling better than me being.
Yeah. It's not that I want people to like struggle or like feel bad, but it humanizes. I feel the person and doesn't hold them to like an iconic stance or I don't know if that's the right word.
Brings everybody on the.
Yeah, it's like, dude, everyone. What's that book? Everyone poops.
Yeah,
oh, right.
Same thing, dude.
Yeah.
Same thing.
Yeah,
Poops.
it's definitely true.
You know, Philadelphia Eddie definitely took some growlers for sure.
Yeah,
For sure. So yeah, that it humanizes you.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Well,
If you think of it like that, that's what calms me down when I kind of meet someone like a Carlton or something like that. It's like, oh, dude, I guarantee this dude just duked it. And that makes me feel better. It's like, dude, he's just like me.
Yeah.
Except for way better.
Do you wipe with your left or your right hand?
Oh, I'm right dominant for sure.
Do you fold or wad?
Wad.
I don't understand that.
Wadding?
Yeah.
You
How is it
fold
predictable?
Well, you're
gonna slip a finger or something.
I do all
in
the
wad.
time.
Do you wad or?
Yeah, but how do you control a wad?
Yeah.
Up.
Yeah, your finger doesn't touch anything, dude.
Are you wiping with a finger?
Dude, a wad's like controlled chaos, dude. You like know the outcome, but if you're folding it, that's very sensual. Yeah. Nux, we'll knock it.
I fold because I like to know what's going on.
Yeah,
that's
these are
really at the end of
folders?
the day. I like to know what's going on.
Yeah, controlled chaos.
But
dude.
I mean, she's bougie. She's got a bidet at home.
Oh, see that? I didn't know that.
Yeah,
Those are all different.
That's different levels of like, what do they call it?
Yeah, we just have a shower. yeah. That's
Have
all.
I mentioned that I live in an RV?
Yeah. We got the shower. Then it has that handle that comes off. So that's
my
a bidet.
toilet is in the shower.
Yeah.
And you just have to pick one.
And it's outside, and it's the partner just spraying on you like, oh,
I'm ready.
Kidding. I'm kidding.
I would love a bidet.
I think someone I worked with said that they have a bidet and they'll never go back.
Dude, I mean, I don't have a plug that's close enough to my master bathroom at home, because you can get them where the water's warm and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm like, maybe I can get one here because the plug is close enough.
Don't, because if you have like that 600-pound My Life in there, there's some things like it's super nice, but you don't want to risk it.
Yeah.
I ran into one on Christmas at my
You ran
girlfriend's
into a bidet?
Yeah, I've never ran into one before. I've never, and I'm at Hannah's like friend's family Christmas. I walk in the bathroom and I was like,
oh, they had one?
Yeah, and there's buttons all over it. And I like looked at it. I'm like looking around. I'm like, I didn't touch it.
All of a sudden, you don't have to pee.
I'm gonna make a mess in here.
I've never experienced a bidet.
Yeah,
ever in my life.
I don't know what yours is like, Anna, but from the ones that
Really? Oh my god. Yeah.
I don't believe her.
Yeah.
Well, if you had the warming option, that would have to be a little more.
Is the pressure like? It's adjustable. Is it? So you can really.
So some of them have a knob. I think all of them have a knob.
Pressure. Yeah.
The one I saw was pretty high speed. There's buttons everywhere that
has like a massage.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep my hands off this.
Yeah, it's like that. What is it? I don't know. I was gonna say vibrating water, where it's like heavy and not heavy. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
Just edit that out.
Yeah, I love how we're talking about this, but some of them they will dry you.
What?
It'll warm the seat. That's where I want to be.
Yeah,
And that's what kind of tattooer I want to be.
You're not even a tattooer anymore once you get to that point.
You're a tat
You're just,
god.
you're just a shop owner. That's all you are, just a shop owner.
You got your own bathroom.
Once you're at your
I
toilet.
don't even really tattoo that more. I just
Yeah.
spend a lot of time on my toilet.
Yes. Once your toilet's warming your anus.
Yeah.
I didn't say anus.
Well, that's what it's
Your
gonna be.
your seat.
Yeah, but if it's warming your butthole.
Oh, whenever it's cleaning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Dream goals.
So you said you like to draw portraits, but then also like Disney stuff. What do you like to tattoo the most?
both.
Yeah, you like to do like cartoony kind of stuff as well.
Both.
as
Yeah.
realism?
I love the realism stuff, and
Yeah.
I love like the cartoony.
Yeah.
Have you
kinda
always
stuff.
been trying that? Like, because I feel, again, back when I met you, you alluded to this, because like, hey, the shop's breaking up. These guys might need a place to go.
Yeah.
And so that's
Is
when
that what happened?
that's what he told me.
Son of a. No, I'm kidding.
I mean, but yeah, there's two sides to every story.
Yeah, right. That's son of a.
And so I
bitch.
think whenever I reached out to you, you're like, you don't want me, man. I'm just a first year tattooer.
Oh yeah.
So fine, whatever that means. But
It means I suck.
were you trying to do realism then, though?
I didn't know what I was trying to do. I was just trying to
Trying to
get going on
tattoo.
tattooing. Like
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's one of those things where it's like I really love like that new school stuff.
Okay.
But then all of a sudden, like I'm getting more attracted to like doing the realism, and then I'm doing that. Just I don't know. I feel like that was I wouldn't say easier, but like it was easier for me to comprehend because like I'm
Realism?
yeah.
Damn. That's cool. I mean, that's awesome.
I don't get it.
You don't get realism?
Like I do, it's shadows and stuff, but it doesn't like naturally click for me.
Yeah.
See, I think like if he watched that DVD, he'd be like, "That's easy,"
yeah.
because it's broken down so easy.
Yeah.
I felt like at least.
Yeah. I mean, definitely like I feel like the black and gray realism. I mean, honestly, I'm not like Rolf Nallweiler or anything like that where he just has incredible detail. Like I can't get that. I want to get to that point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You know, like I don't know if you've seen his tattoos or
No.
dude,
Just another one of the millions of tattooers.
Germans.
Never. Yeah,
Dude,
that is the thing.
Europeans.
Well, I will
Europeans are
say,
super dope.
from when you said that, I'm just a first year tattooer, to where you've been lately, it's like, dude, there's been substantial growth.
Oh, thank God.
And
Oh, thank God.
and it's like super impressive but I knew too, I'm like, dude, I was fucking right. And that's why I offered you a spot. I'm like, dude, you have what it takes. You will get better.
Thank you. That makes me feel better. Oh yeah, let's get it. There we go. That makes me feel better. I'm always so down on myself.
No, man, I think it's awesome. I think it's
Thank
really
you.
cool to see, and it's just like, damn, that's good for you, man. That's
you.
great.
I think a lot of that, because it's always so weird when someone compliments you. I don't know.
No,
Do you
it's
guys
fine.
feel weird about that?
I get weird.
It makes you kind of feel weird, like,
Hey,
ugh.
After you get it so much, it just becomes
yeah. That's when you get the bidet, you know, and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Right.
No, but I think that was a little weave. That was like a mini weave, I think. But no, like it's always weird getting like any kind of positive feedback. Like I'm so used to being on myself about critiquing myself.
Yep.
Like
That's healthy though.
it's easier for me to have someone tear my stuff apart and accept that and try to fix it as opposed to someone saying, oh dude, I love that. And it's like, oh dude, I can see a million things wrong with this. This sucks. I could have done this better and all this stuff. But if it's trying to find that balance of accepting that you did a good job, but also things that you can improve on. And I
think there's a fine line, because I totally hear what you're saying. I don't like it looks awesome. It's like, you don't have to say that, first off. But then there's the other side of like, would those people say otherwise?
Yeah.
You know, but even the other side of that is like, if you're welcoming critique, that's even a really good place to be at too.
Yeah.
So for me, sometimes it's a little easier these days with Anna, because it's like, let's look over your work, your recent work. and let's kind of break it down, just see where you're at. What are your thoughts on
And
it?
at the end, I would just say, pack your shit
Yeah.
and close shop.
Yeah.
No, I'm
It's
kidding.
so, I mean, anything I draw or even just like on the practice skins, the only thing I ever see is the fucked up part or the
Yeah.
part that didn't turn out how I
And I
wanted
feel
it
like
to turn
people
out.
that are apprenticing want to say that to impress their mentors.
What?
No,
Oh,
I'm kidding.
that,
Oh,
oh, that's
I'm kidding.
great.
Yeah,
No,
I'm
it's
kidding.
like,
I'm talking.
No, it's like even when I'm just like drawing, I'm like,
Yeah.
I see like one part, or like if I'm painting, there's like a little drip, and like
Yeah.
I don't see this, I see that one little
Mhm.
drip.
Yeah, a lot of
Yeah.
times I feel like people can get caught up in that perfectionism
Yeah.
stuff, and you just have to learn to accept what is,
Yeah.
you know, and you're always going to
Mhm.
be striving to be perfect, but you're not. Once you
Yeah.
accept that you're not perfect, then I feel like things are a little bit easier for you,
Mhm.
like, because you're going to strive to try to get better and correct the things that you screwed up on.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I'm fucking done tattooing, dude. I quit. No, I'm kidding. It's too hard. It's too hard.
You need to watch more YouTube videos,
Yeah.
which you need to get back to.
Yeah. How to
more
tattoo.
YouTube and less you porn. No, I'm kidding.
How to tattoo.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I mean, I have watched different YouTube things or whatever. Just trying to figure stuff out, dude. Just looking stuff up and trying to find seminars, or just even like if I have to watch like a zoomed in clip
Mhm.
of someone doing a reel or something like that. I feel like I'm all old, reel thing or whatever.
The real.
Yeah, and just watching like the stroke,
Yeah.
what they do or something like that. Like I'll keep that in my head, or I'll take a picture, or I'll take a short little video of
Sure.
it and just watch
That's great.
how they do it. And so that's like what I'll do to try to figure out. Like I'm not zooming in on someone's thing to find the mistakes. I'm
Mhm.
zooming in to see, okay, well, it looks like they did this crosshatch pattern here, or they put a lot of dark here, and that's what kind of emphasizes this light area here. And so
Mhm.
it's like I'm not zooming in and critiquing people's stuff to like, this dude fucking sucks.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
this
Like,
break it down, try
I'm
to dissect
breaking,
it.
yes, I break
Yeah.
it down for myself to try to figure out like, okay, well, I love this piece. How did you achieve it? Kind of deal is
Yeah.
usually what I do. I don't know if a lot of people do it, but that's what I do.
I think I know I was told a long time ago by a really, really, really good tattooer that's what they do. That's how they spend the first 2 hours of their day,
Yeah.
going in before anybody else and just dissecting people who they look up to, their tattoos, and trying to
Yes.
figure it out.
Yeah.
So that's
So yeah, so there is a reason why I do that.
absolutely, dude, and that sets you apart from a big chunk of the tattooers, because the people who do that are very few, and those are the people that I believe should be tattooing today. Everybody else could just
Kick rocks.
go blind,
Oh, thank God.
or
Thank
at
God.
least stop tattooing
Yeah.
at minimum.
Yeah.
But if you went blind, you'd have to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like.
No, that's the thing. Like, obviously, I hate that compliment stuff. It makes me. Ugh.
Oh, I didn't compliment.
Yeah, you did. Oh, you. Get it off of me. I've heard people complain about like their machines, or this doesn't do this, or this color sucks, or this.
Uh-huh.
It's always like a complaint, but it's like I remember doing this color realism, like Michelangelo, Ninja Turtle eating a pizza,
Okay.
right?
Super
And right
cool.
now I don't know if you've ever seen it.
I may have. I don't know.
Dude.
Actually, I first thought the like Michelangelo sculpture.
That's what I thought as I was saying it. But I had to bring it back to the pizza.
And so I'm like, okay, is this a morph? Maybe I don't know that
Yeah.
I've seen that one, but it sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah. No, I felt like it turned out pretty solid. I got a lot of detail on there. And right now, currently, I use that Cheyenne. What is it? I don't even know what the hell machines I'm even
The
using.
wireless thing?
Yeah, the
The
wireless
unlimited?
one. Yeah, I think it's like.
Is it the one where you adjust the speed by
tilting it? Yeah.
Yeah, what stroke is it that you're
I
using?
think it's 3.5 or
Okay,
something.
makes
like
sense
that.
if you're doing realism. Yeah.
But I mean, I do color with it
Mhm.
too.
Sure.
So, and I feel like a lot of it is just knowing your tools
Yeah.
kind of deal. Because like when going back to that Michelangelo piece, I feel like I got a lot of detail on there. It healed really well.
Mm-hmm.
It's like 2-3 years old now, and it still looks really good because it's on one of my buddies, and so I get to see it all the time.
That's cool.
But it's like, dude, I used like a $100 masked rotary, like tour masked what the hell is it called? Mass Tour Rotary.
Oh, okay.
It was like $100 off of Amazon,
On that tattoo?
and that's what I used for that piece. So it's
Okay.
like,
Yeah.
it's about the tools and how to use it, and so I feel like when people like, I don't know.
I think what that does is that, because I mean, I know the machine that you're using now used to cost $1,000. That's when I got it, and of course, as soon as I
Is that
got
what
it,
you used to?
I used to. I don't anymore.
You grew up.
Yeah, I grew up. I'm just a sucker for anything shiny and new.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
Oh, yeah.
But the Brandon Holt, I've gotten tattooed by him a bunch, but he was like, dude, none of that shit matters. He says exactly. He's like, he pulls out this machine from his drawer. He's like, I got this $10 on Amazon or eBay.
Yeah.
He's like, dude, I did
Just
a
to
whole,
see if it works.
He's like, I did a dude's whole front
Oh no shit.
piece with it.
Yeah.
He's like, all it needs to do is go up and down.
Yeah,
And I'm
yeah.
like, dude, that thing is it's no bigger than like a domino.
Yeah.
He did like this whole dude's torso.
Yeah,
with it.
that mass is probably like that big,
Yeah, sure.
and that's all I use,
It's
dude.
so-
Battery pack connected to it, and just let it rip. And
I think as long as you know what to hear for and your feel between your stretching finger, you know what it's like. Okay.
yeah, and those are all things that I feel like just watching and asking questions. Like,
Yeah.
they always say like there's no dumb question. I mean, there are dumbass questions for sure, but if it's like
What's the name of that tap gun?
yeah, exactly. But no, if there's an actual like question, like it's, I don't feel like it's gonna be dumb.
Sure.
Like I can't even think of a question off the top of my head. Like, why using a bug pin as opposed to like standards or anything like that? What's the difference between this and that, and why you use this color company or this ink company as opposed to this one? Like, what's the difference? And you got like some people say like that Fusion is a lot thinner than things like was it World Famous or
maybe. I know that Fusion is the dude who used to make ink for Eternal. So that's why when they first came out, all of the colors were identical.
Yes, and the dude that is for industry is one of the dudes that used to work for Fusion.
Really?
So it's like a branch off.
How funny.
Yeah.
That's interesting. Yeah, God, that's just goes to show.
I mean, I'm sure like some brands who are more reputable than others, but like, do you feel like a lot of tattooing is really just like solid fundamentals versus equipment? Like just as a whole, like I hear people say that. I don't know.
You asking both of us?
Huh?
You asking?
Yeah,
both of us?
both of you guys. I mean,
You're our guest, sir.
Yeah.
No, we are in the industry together. We are all
Yeah.
we're all the guests of this industry, dude.
We're all guests of this podcast.
Yes,
we're
yes.
all one right now.
Yes, don't look me in the eyes ever again. No, I'm kidding.
No, I just like, I mean, on reels and shit, I hear shit all the time, and I always take it with a grain of salt to like ask you or ask some, you know what I mean? Because I feel like there's a lot of bullshit on Instagram, but it's like I've heard that a lot where people are like, if you have solid fundamentals, you should be able to use
for
any machine or whatever.
Yeah. I would say I agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, everything. I mean, if the skin is like perfect, but like the skin's, you get like a 50, 60-year-old old leather skin biker truck driver, and then you get like a 18-year-old soft skin, whatever. Like, all the skin's gonna be different, so each situation is gonna be different every time. It's not like a piece of paper where you know exactly what's gonna come out from the pen every time. You know what I mean? So it's always assessing the situation prior. Like I usually, like when I get to the shop, I always try to be there an hour early, just so I can kind of mentally prep. Like I don't like to just get there like 15 minutes, 10
Sounds
minutes
like
prior.
a nightmare doing that.
Yeah.
You getting there an hour early?
No, getting there like right when your appointment's there.
Yeah, I can't do that. I need to be there because, dude, sometimes the printer won't work.
Yeah.
And it's like nothing's connecting.
Oh, I forgot to charge my iPad last night.
Yes, and I gotta add this or something like that. But I always like to be there an hour early. And I'm definitely, I feel like a repetition person. You know, so it's like certain things I like to be consistent at. You know, like going to bed at a certain time. Like I'm always usually to bed by 11 o'clock.
Okay.
I can't.
That's so late.
it's super frustrating to have people say they specialize in like fine line.
Yeah.
I hate that, dude. I hate
hearing
people say it's called line work.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it's called. It's called line
Yeah.
work. You specialize in doing line work. Well, any of us can do that, but we can do more. So why do you specialize in it? Or you're a micro brow person, but now you want to learn how to tattoo, or a shop getting a 10. I'm starting to vent.
Let's go.
Or like a artist that isn't good opening a shop and giving another person a chance because they feel bad for him, but the person can't draw at all to save their life.
Yeah.
But they have their temporary license within a month of starting there, and they're already tattooing on people and just butchering people. And then we have to, I mean, not me specifically, well, I sometimes will have to rework people's stuff, but you just throw trash out there over and over and over. Then you have also like this jail thing. I don't know how you feel about that. Like people getting apprenticed in jail or prison and all that stuff. And there's two sides to it. The positive side, I feel like, if it's like the bloodborne pathogens and getting everything good, they're gonna do it anyways.
They're gonna go back.
I'm against.
You're talking about people like learning.
Yes, in prison.
Yep.
They're learning. They're getting like an apprenticeship. I feel like if they're getting some form of an apprenticeship, whatever. But if they're going to be getting out at a certain point, they have to get an apprenticeship, and they have to do it that way.
There's also like an interesting catch-22 to that. I've heard of this program. I've heard that not only are they going to start teaching people.
Oh, they already are.
But one, our application asks, have you ever been convicted of a felony? Yes or no? If that's the thing, why does that question even exist? I guarantee you our health department has no idea.
No.
They would not know how to answer that question. So there's one thing. And then two, you were so deceiving these people by like, I'm going to show you the basics. And I guess my understanding was that they got the hours in the apprenticeship while in prison. I don't know if that's the thing, but one, how do you have that many people to do 200 hours of work on? And I'm sorry, but our laws are written that a person can't have more than 2 apprentices. So are you telling me that if there's 20 dudes in the prison who want to learn to tattoo,
that they're all
like 10 guys teaching?
I'm not for it. So
it almost to me seems like if this is something they're gonna do, they need like, and again, this probably goes back to like the apprentice mills or thing we were talking about earlier, but it's like you do your thing in there, and then they have like a handful of shops out in the real world who are like open to taking people on, or it's like people can come in, show what they've been working on, and then you like apprentice off.
That's what I was trying to say. It's like whatever you do in their fundamentals, whatever, like you don't get your hours in there, you're prepped for a job of something, and then you come out and you do a regular apprenticeship just like everyone else.
But then then that was the other part of my thing, is that that's almost putting into those people who are incarcerated some false promise that as soon as you get out, you're going to be able to go get an apprenticeship now. Because everybody, there's no guarantee. Like, first off,
took me forever.
And you're clearly, never mind.
Don't ever say that shit again. Don't make eye contact. Don't say no positive vibes. Keep it negative. That's the best.
But so then, man, I've been tatting. Okay, well, it's not how I teach, so you're gonna have to forget all that shit. You came out here in the real world again, thinking that but I'm sorry, but you're gonna basically have to forget everything. I'm gonna start you over because I don't. There's that too. Not everybody's just gonna like cater to these guys or gals, and
I feel like nowadays everyone would, which is obnoxious.
I mean, maybe they have a list of 10 little safe shops that they can go to. I don't know. I think it's I'm sure because I've asked the health department whenever I've been on their stupid video calls, like you guys, they're like, I didn't even know about that program. It's like, You're the fucking health department.
Yeah, and you make this amount of money.
And you come in and you can try to control what I'm doing. How do you not know that's still in Washington County?
Yeah.
Like, what? It's just such a weird thing. And I don't know, God, I just want to go back underground again.
Yeah. I mean, I was never underground, so.
Well, I think that's like, okay, if this stuff gets too weird, then we can.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we started. If you guys want to shut us down, cool. We know how to do this.
Yeah.
We did this shit before you ever existed.
Yeah.
You don't even know why you exist.
I'm all about doing the underground. I think that'd be dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, some Karen's gonna turn you in.
Yeah.
But
we can probably find them all. You know what I mean? Just start listening like, oh, fuck that person, fuck that.
It was probably this one.
Yeah, probably this person. They're a whistleblower.
Yeah.
That would be super crazy though. Like South Korea, you need a doctor's license to tattoo, so everybody's just like cowboy tattooing like out of the back of a barbershop or something.
Sure.
That'd be so crazy if that happened.
It would be. Yeah, it would be. I mean, that's kind of where tattooing came from. So maybe we should
it's like just starts
bring it
over.
back.
Yeah.
I think if they keep just going this weird route of now, that they're like everything's online and nothing, you don't really ever interact with a human now, as far as our licensure and all this stuff. It's like, so they don't even. They're like, literally, where does our money go?
Yeah,
literally.
They used to give you those nice like diplomas.
Yeah.
Now it's just you gotta print it off.
Yes.
It's a piece of paper. It's like, I used to have that.
Well,
pretty sure I used to have that gold stamp, and
I think maybe the first one did.
Yeah,
but yeah, I know they would
super
send
classy,
it to you,
and
at least. And
it's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like, the printer won't work.
I remember one conversation you had with me, even after you told me like, let's do this or whatever. Like before my actual like start date, because I was still hanging out, you had like that talk with me where you're just like, yeah, dude, like this is serious. Like you need to understand, and like you're gonna have to make sacrifices and stuff. And like I appreciated that definitely, because it was like, yeah, you should know what you're getting into. It's like, it's serious.
I feel like it's one of those things that people can tell you all day, but you have to be able to like put it into practice.
Yeah,
for sure. Like someone what's that saying? The horse thing. You lead in the water, but
yeah.
Teach a horse how to fish.
Yeah, but you can only spear so many. Something like that.
Yeah,
feed a horse a fish.
Yeah.
You feed him for a day.
Yeah. You feed him for a week.
Grow him a pasture. He'll have nothing but hay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Exactly.
That's what my dad always said.
Yeah.
So that's always resonated with me. I bring that into my tattoo career.
After you slap the shit out of you.
I'm
bring up parental abuse. Sorry.
But like,
oh my god, sorry, my shoulder.
I didn't necessarily know what to expect because I'd heard so many things, like being an apprentice or having like a tattoo mentor. But like when you talk to me about that, just like how serious I saw that you took it beyond like a business and beyond fucking ink mat, you know what I mean? Like I was like,
awesomeness.
You truly like love this shit. And I was like, to me, I was like, I'm definitely where I should be. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's so many people that want it for the money or taking on an apprentice because they'll charge them a certain amount and all this stuff, and that's where the mill comes in. You just keep pumping out crap, and there might be some diamonds in there that you just didn't pay attention to, and then they go somewhere else, and all of a sudden they're like doing really good. And, you know, it's like if I was apprenticing someone, like I've never taken on an apprentice. I don't think I ever will. Maybe someday, but it's like I'm fucking trying to learn. You know, so it's like why. I could teach some of what I know, but I'm also trying to learn, and I can't devote my time trying to learn and then devote more time to try to help someone else learn. Like maybe that's selfish or maybe not, but I think it'd be more selfish just taking an apprentice on and you can't handle an apprentice the way you should be.
What they need.
I
think that's cool.
But I think to go back to what you said, I think that's commendable. I think that the other part of that though is that you're now, how long did you say, 7 years? I think 10 years is at least the minimum. Personally, that's just me personally saying that's how long a person should be tattooing before they should teach somebody. Because
I do agree with that.
But with that said, let's even like you're 10 years, 7 months in, and you're still like, I don't think I ever will. Well, you've already been ahead of that person that long, and you already have the mentality of, I'm still learning. Good, never stop.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing that says that you have to stop learning. Just always be seeking, always be learning, always. Because dude, even to, I'm nothing special, but I'll say to this day, yeah, I'll see the seminar thing that I could buy, and I'm like, I mean, I want to be a better tattooer. Why wouldn't I do that?
Yeah.
I don't care what Joe Schmo thinks, who is too prideful to whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to be a better tattooer for my clients and probably for myself too. But I love learning. I love, trying to figure out the new way or a different way, or how do you do that? Like, I want to know how to do that.
Yeah.
That's super awesome. So that is why I've got a pile of DVDs and books. And, I feel like some of that stuff isn't as readily available as it once was. Whenever, for sure, whenever you bought the DVDs and whenever I bought the DVDs, people just aren't really doing that too much.
It's because it's all seminars from really crappy tattoo artists.
Yeah, it's all just free on YouTube.
It's free,
now.
dude.
Yeah.
But what I would say, and I would encourage, is there is. I went to the Explorer Tattoo Conference. Have you ever heard of those guys?
Yeah.
Have you ever gone to one?
Not yet, no. But I'd like to. Yeah, I've seen a lot of artists that talk there, and
they just announced the show in Louisville, I think, in March. They haven't done the conference part. They're the ones who do the convention now in Minneapolis or in St. Paul.
The Twin Cities one.
Yeah, not the one coming up next weekend, but
no,
in like July.
Yeah, are you tattooing at that one?
No,
I'll be at that one. I
cool.
think.
Good. No, I just don't want to pay all the booth rent.
I know, but sometimes it's meeting up.
Yeah,
meeting up.
Yeah.
Or just go there on a Saturday. Yeah, meeting up.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm to maybe they're the same dudes who do the Explorer, so they've got one coming up in March that I think it's like a 1-day thing.
Have you done one?
Yeah, dude.
I'd like to. I just feel like it's super expensive. I don't have the money for it.
So it used to be like $950 for 3 days. But dude, the shit that I took from there, like I got to have my portfolio critiqued by Timmy B.
Oh yeah.
Russ Abbott.
Yeah.
And then took all their courses. I got the handbooks.
Yeah.
Dude, that shit.
$950?
Yeah. But the one in Louisville is only 1 day, so it's like $450.
Oh damn.
I would go.
Are you gonna try to go to it?
They haven't announced any presenters yet, so I don't know. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I show up to these conventions, and sometimes I just feel like a fish out of water.
Oh, every time.
And I'm like, do any of these people want to rub elbows? Or is it just everybody's here to,
ego, bliss their own ego? Or...
And so if that's the reason, I don't want to be here.
Yeah.
Because if the dudes that I want to know, I got their phone number.
Yeah.
Okay, that's enough for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right mentality or if that's kind of the douchey mentality or.
No, I feel like that's a mature mentality. Like you only, how do I say it?
You only live once.
Yeah, that's it.
I think.
All right, see you later. Yeah, as you get older, I feel like it's you don't need as many friends or people in your life. Like as I've gotten older, like my birthday wishes are, I just want to be left alone.
I just want to go to bed.
I just want to go to bed earlier or something like that. Like as I get older, but younger me is like, let's go do something.
Yeah.
Now I'm just like, dude, that's my wish.
Yeah.
Just let me have some peace.
Right.
Mm-hmm. But that's like another thing with like tattooing, like being an apprentice is like, there's so many things that you should almost feel overwhelmed that you want to quit. I feel like you should be super overwhelmed with so many things because once you become licensed, there's so many other things. Like you have to book your own people, you have to talk to clients, you have to design, you have to tattoo. Then if you're in a relationship or you have kids, you have to manage all these other different, wear all these different hats.
A lot of management.
There's a lot of management, you know. So like when people just see a tattoo post and they think that's all you do.
Yeah.
That's it. But there's so many different hats that you have to wear, and it's super overwhelming. Like with social media, like you have to post at a certain time, or you have to post engaging content.
Yeah, dude.
But no, that's like another thing too, is like just networking. Like building that network of people or meeting people, and then you can always be friends with them and then talk to them and get advice from them if they're good people. Too. You know, I don't know if you network at all, like, or you did.
I did.
Earlier in your career kind of deal?
I just don't even know that I don't even know that it exists anymore.
I mean, it's just conversation. Not saying this right here, but like networking is just conversation or something like that. Like if you see an artist and you dig their work, just go talk to them. But I feel like newer people or generation, it's so hard for people to talk to people and without texting.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
So just having a conversation is really hard.
Yeah.
That's one thing. Like, for one, I just feel super lucky to like be involved in tattooing.
Yeah.
But like the podcast thing, one thing I love about it so much is like I get to sit down here with you for X amount of time.
Don't ever say me again, dude.
I get to sit here with people.
Yeah, with Charles.
With tag gods. But no, like I get to sit and like really just pick people's brain. I think that's so, because like you're at a convention, people are running around. Maybe you get a couple minutes to bullshit with somebody.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, man. Like you said, it's like talk. I don't know.
Yeah, there's people that I've talked to that, I mean, I wouldn't say I looked up to, but I respected, that have been in the industry that were like super shy.
Oh, sure.
And it's like, damn, dude, you're shy around me?
Yeah.
You know, but it's like, okay, well, then you put yourself in that person's shoes, and I'm always trying to put myself in someone else's shoes, and, you know, like, we're not perfect. We're humans, and we make mistakes, and
we all have stuff.
So it's like, if someone's super dope, like, and they're all super self-conscious, like, everyone has their own brain, their way of thinking and stuff like that. So it's like, if someone thinks I'm really good, but it's like, oh, I'm only, just wait till I'm 98% done with the tattoo. Don't look at this. Like, this sucks.
Will you please come back in like 30 minutes?
Yeah, come back in 3 days when it's healed, or not healed, but come back in 3 days when I'm not here.
Yeah.
You know, don't look ahead at all.
Come back on Monday.
Come back on Monday when the convention's not open. Or something like that. But yeah, everything, I don't know, dude. Everything's going to be different. I mean, I love tattooing. It's what I've always wanted to do. And I feel like every time I hear someone say, maybe I'll try tattooing, that pisses me the fuck off, dude. I get pissed off. I turn into this old ornery man because it took me so long to get it. And then the people that just get it, and I knew how long it took me to get it. So it slapped in the face. If you're not putting in the time, you're not putting that extra effort of like quitting your fucking job, eating shit, and all this kind of stuff.
Taking the risk.
Like, you got to jump in. Like, when I was doing my apprenticeship and I got my temp finally, that's when I quit the job that I had.
Oh, wow.
And that was at Federal Cartridge in Anoka. So I was making like $32 an hour, 401k, benefits,
and bullets.
Discounts, and bullets, and all that stuff. So discounts. So like,
dude, that's
me
pretty punk rock.
So me quitting that and giving all that away, that security, to hope to God I can figure out how to tattoo. And that's like another thing. Like, I can't go back. I'm 34 years old. I can't go back. I mean, I can go back to Federal, but I don't want to. I have to make this work. So how do you do this? How do you do this? What do you do here? And all this stuff. I have to fucking figure it out because I'm too fucking old to go back kind of deal. And so
or try something else.
yeah, this is all I want to do. This is my chance. I have to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's it. There's no other way around it. Like,
Right.
that's it.
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you have future goals? Like, what's, you've been tattooing for 7 years. What does the next 7 look like for you? Ideally, or you hope?
Yeah, I guess I never thought about that, huh? I think just peace, really. I mean, I know it's probably kind of bland, but I just want everything that's currently going to just kind of get better, like.
What do you mean by that? Because I want to hear about that.
That's very blanket, huh?
Well,
Very bland.
I think I know what you're saying, but it just misery loves company. So I want to know I'm not the only one thinking this way.
Well, obviously financial. I
Mm.
just want that to get better. I feel like the economy has kind of sucked, and I feel
100%.
like, all right, good, I'm not the only one, because I feel like when you're a decent tattoo artist and you're struggling and you see super subpar people like booked out, and it's because maybe the economy isn't that good, so they can't afford the amount of time that you put in to get good, but they can only afford like the cheap
As far as clients
tattoos
okay,
kind of
sure.
deal,
Yeah,
so it's like no one
Mm.
understands the amount of time that someone puts in.
Sure.
You can see
Gotcha.
what their work is, but you don't understand, not you personally, but the client will not understand the amount of hours and time that someone's invested in
Right.
themselves
Mm.
to get where they're at.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
no one understands, like, where I'm at, I'm not anywhere where I want to be at all. But I still put a lot of time in to try to get to where I'm currently at.
Yeah.
And I'm nowhere close to where I want to be. But watching like hours and hours of seminars and all this stuff, just online stuff, and just individually like not critiquing, but like I was talking to you earlier about examining someone's process and all
Picking
this
it
stuff.
apart, trying to figure it out, dissect it.
Yeah, things like that. Like, it's hours
Yeah.
and hours and hours and hours. It's not something like I just go scroll on the phone and like, what's the score today or something like that. Like, I'll watch my Timberwolves and stuff like that. I'm a big T-Wolves fan.
Cool.
But I'll watch that stuff. But yeah, a lot of times that's all I'm doing is just scrolling through and finding like the artists and people that I like, even any artists really, but always dissecting. I'm not critiquing like, oh, this guy sucks. I'm looking like, okay, well, I can see the stroke pattern going this way and then this way, so it's like, okay, then I can do a crosshatch method or something like that. So there's definitely different methods to like every single.
So you're kind of bummed that you put in all that time, all that effort, all that extra energy to be better, and you're charging what you think you deserve, and yet you're seeing this jack off being
Jag off or jack off?
being a little like they're booked out. Like, why are they busy? Yeah, I think the only thing, because I've been through now, because this is a fucking recession. I don't care what anybody says. Slow season.
I don't think I've ever, except for this year, experienced a slow season.
So I did before I moved down here. Up in Brainerd, in the beginning of my career, I would see slow seasons. I saw it for like the first 2, 3, 4 years, but never since I've been down here, ever. There was like, dude, we just crank through December, and there wasn't even like a tax season. It was just like it was just busy until August.
This was literally the only year that I've struggled.
And it's not a slow season. It's not because COVID produced all these tattooers. It is because everything is insanely way more expensive. And so all that rant to say, that's why the cheaper person's busier. Because if the people are going to have some sort of luxury items, so let's put tattooing into the GDP, then the 3% growth. Okay, well, that probably, like, that should be 30% growth. If there was true growth, then that means the dudes who are charging what they should be charging are also a part of that. Yeah, dude, it was just like, Yeah.
I'm gonna say yeah to the numbers. I don't understand numbers like that. I'm gonna say yeah for the video.
I think I think this will pass. I guarantee you it will pass because I think there's a shift in the tide. You know what that means. And so it only means, okay, well, now there's going to be a lot more money in people's pockets. So.
Yeah. I mean, that I just want, me personally, I just want people to want to be a tattooist and not do it for clout and fame and all that stuff.
So like that's a flash in the pan.
Yeah, I hate that.
I do too.
It's obnoxious.
I really dislike the people who work so hard on their Instagram videos to get that.
Yes.
And I'm like,
dude, I struggle with posting.
You're older than me.
Yeah.
And you're doing this shit. Like, I worry sometimes I don't even post my tattoos right. Like, I should have taken a video. Like, Nate's so good at that.
Yeah, I think I just did it like a post like December 29th. And then prior to that, it was like September. Something like that.
Yeah.
And it's like, dude, I just suck at posting. Right. But then you're supposed to do a certain way. And I just wanted to post my tattoo, but now to even get it seen with like these algorithm
you gotta
things.
Like take the picture through your leg and like
yes. But you have to like post like things that are engaging for people to comment on your stuff.
Yeah.
You have to do either a story or a reel
or
a post, ask a question.
Yeah. It's
like
nonsense.
Oh my god, dude. I just want to take a picture of my tattoo in a video and move on.
Yeah.
That's what I used to do.
Or not even that, just I want my clients to just tell the other people.
Oh yeah. Having like that.
And then that's it.
Having that like that street team.
Yeah.
Like that music, the bands back in the day, they'd have like a street team.
Listen to here's a CD of my band, here's a CD of my band.
I think we've talked about this before. I think that goes way further, honestly. Like meeting somebody at a bar or something and talking and being like, oh, you got tattoos? Oh, I tattoo. Like, you could get 10,000 views on something. That doesn't mean anybody's going to give you
I can't get 10,000 views if I pay for it.
Dude, right? I know.
But it's like, it's, you meet the dude at the bar. Could turn into a lifelong client.
Absolutely.
I
think that's good, though. It's like, so are you going to either twirl your hair on TikTok, or are you going to go over to the bar, have a burger, and talk to 3 people? Yeah. Because this crap.
But most people at the bar, oh, you tattoo?
Yeah.
This is what I want. They tell you everything, but they never come in. So probably not the best example.
Right.
True. So go to church.
Oh, not even that. I'd say just do a solid ass tattoo with a solid client. And honestly, that client will tell their family or friends, or they'll see what you did on them. So your work is going to speak for itself. Your work is the billboard and advertisement and all that stuff. So if you're doing shitty ass tattoos,
right? Which maybe I am. Maybe that's why I'm slow.
And that's why I'm gonna this is actually an intervention. We're doing this on you. Gotta talk to you, Charles. No, I'm kidding. What the fuck were we saying?
So 7 years from now, you hope to be finding peace, making more money.
Yeah, making more money. Just I feel like the old American dream. House. Obviously kids. Want them to all be healthy and just make money and be successful. I don't know if I ever want to own a shop though. I feel like that's not me.
I mean, and
I'd be okay with firing people though. I'm super good at telling people.
There's no reason why you couldn't be a part of a shop where you're highly integrated in and trusted upon. To be like, dude, you make that call.
Dude, I would tell someone to get fucked real quick.
It's kind of fun.
Real quick.
I actually hate doing it because then that means like, 1, I feel like I failed, but then 2 is like, gosh damn it, how much time did I spend in that person? And when is the next person coming along, and are they going to be the diamond in the rough?
But I feel like it should be with apprenticing too. It should be like a 90-day window that you don't even tell them. Just what are you doing in these 90 days? You coming in? You doing this or whatever? Like, are you? You're doing what I tell you. That's dope. But are you going a little bit more? Giving that little bit more. Like, no one told me to watch videos and dissecting pieces. I just do that because I want to learn.
Yeah.
Are you doing something that I don't have like a guideline for? Like that's done.
A guideline isn't required for you.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
just already trying to.
Yeah, I mean, having a guideline is nice.
Sure. Yeah.
But can you expand yourself on the guideline that the template? Was it template or template?
Yeah.
Tomato, whatever.
Yeah.
But like, are you trying to expand on that for your own personal, not personal gain?
Well, how hungry are you?
Yeah, how hungry are you? Like,
How
I'll give you the
hungry
guideline, but find it.
Yeah.
Like, I can only do so much. Fucking find it.
Well, what
not you specifically, but I'm just saying in general,
Yeah.
like people coming in, like do basic ass shit and be a basic ass person, or do dope shit and be a dope person.
I think that's really cool. I think that's a good viewpoint, because of what I usually do with people who start. It's like, have you ever heard of so-and-so?
Yeah.
Share their Instagram. You ever heard of so-and-so? Share their Instagram. Or here's like the first 3 dudes you need to know. The thing that I wouldn't want people doing is going and watching tattoo videos on YouTube, because I don't even care if they're good or not. If that shit's on YouTube, fuck those people.
Yeah, you told me that right away. You're like, if you see shit on Instagram or whatever,
Yeah.
doesn't mean it's right. Don't
Yeah.
take that all with a grain of
Unless
salt.
you're following this guy, this guy, or this guy.
YouTube, Instagram, whatever. Take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, or it's bullshit.
Yeah,
If it's on
right.
it, I feel like it's icky. It's really icky.
What's your favorite part of being a tattooer?
The freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah. For meeting people.
Yeah.
I love hearing people's stories. You know, a lot of people don't like when clients talk to them about all their personal stuff, but it's like, I don't give a shit. Tell me everything. Like, but I think that's where people will bond, and I think that's what you should do.
It's very important to the client to be able to.
Yeah, like even if you don't actually give a shit, but I do give a shit about my clients, and there's a lot of people I feel like they don't. They'd rather just collect that money,
Check, you
know,
cash that check and check that cash.
Yeah. I feel like I don't get paid enough.
We were talking about that with Anna. It's like that part of like just hearing your, kind of getting all that. Like sometimes that's a heavy
burden
thing that not everybody knows or thinks that that's a part of this.
Yes.
Yeah, it is, man. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Prepared?
Everyone's gonna vent to you about everything, and it's like, dang, I didn't know your papa did that to you. Or it's like, Jesus, Christ, dude.
Yeah.
You know, but because if you're going through your own personal stuff, but then all of a sudden they're venting you about all their stuff.
Yeah.
And you actually genuinely care about these people because they've come back to you. So all of a sudden it does start to kind of feel like family in a way, you know, and then it's like, fuck. It's like, I hate you. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. But yeah, damn.
Well, definitely having that freedom of your schedule right now, like you were saying.
Yeah.
You know, if you were working on the oil field.
Yeah.
Guaranteed you would not have that schedule that you have today.
No, but sometimes having that consistency is really nice. I know that I'm working these 7 days, and I know I am off these 7 days.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
So having the freedom, like a lot of people are like, dude, I don't want to work for someone.
Sure.
I don't want to work for anyone.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like paying the booth rent as opposed to a percentage and things like that. Like that is a big difference.
It is.
You know, like if you're paying booth rent, you can kind of come and go as you please.
Yep.
But mindset, the more you're there and the more you're pushing, you can make more money.
Sure.
Kind of deal, because that's what's capped off. But if you're percentage, you don't really have clientele, so you kind of got to be there. So you don't really have that freedom.
Yeah, that's a really good viewpoint.
Are you serious?
No, I am, because I feel like, because I'm a huge fan of booth rent. I do it here. It is not that much money, like what you were saying earlier. I've paid that much money, and that's when I'm like, that's more than my house costs.
Yeah.
That's insane. But sometimes that flexibility that comes along with booth rent, so all I gotta do is make my booth rent.
Yeah.
It would be cool if you showed up too.
Yeah.
Or it'd be kind of nice if you just, I don't know.
Yeah.
Even if you weren't working that day,
Yeah.
come in, hang out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there's some
Just a draw.
there's definitely some people that are like that. They'll just get their booth friend, just
Yeah.
never show up. It's like, I don't understand that, dude. Like,
Yeah.
if you're gonna be going to conventions and going to different states, like, you want to kind of have some sort of connection
Mm-hmm.
with people.
Yeah. And if you don't, then you can't really complain that you're slow. Like, well.
Well, and I'd imagine, like, even if you don't have something booked for the day, if you come in, like, you're gonna do something probably like productive, maybe painting, drawing, networking.
You would think.
I don't know,
Yeah.
but
You would think. I feel like once you get licensed, like, some people, like, for me, it was that comfortability. Dude, I barely do shit anymore.
Yeah. As far as
like any art, like, I mean, I just design what the client wants. I don't do anything for what I want.
Sure.
You know, but then life.
Yeah.
Well,
you know,
I
like,
mean, you got a fairly young kid, very young kid, and you're working that schedule to balance that life.
dude, it's nonstop.
Yeah.
That's why I wish for my birthday is just to be left alone. that's all I want, dude. Just let me go watch a movie by myself.
Sure.
No one with. Let me get a large popcorn, large pop.
Yeah.
Movie you want to watch.
Yeah, let me go watch. What was that? I think the last movie I saw was the one with The Rock. That
the
Black Adam.
Oh gosh, I was thinking the latest Christmas movie that just came out on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I think that's on Prime.
Probably.
Yeah, I think it's called like The Red One or something.
Oh yeah.
I like movies.
Yeah,
that's my escape. Pop culture, I also feel, is like a big thing for tattooing.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Inspiration.
Yes.
I feel like if you're not into anything pop culture or like even music, this probably isn't the career.
Yeah. Where do you find your inspiration, or like if you do get a moment where you're like, oh, dude, I want to do that?
Dang, I feel like from everywhere.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, it's
good answer.
Is it?
Yeah. I tell these guys all the time, inspiration is literally all around you all the time.
Well, yeah, it's literally.
You just kind of have to find it.
Yeah, that's literally what it is. You have to be looking or whatever. Like, even if you're not actually looking, like, knowing that you're looking, it just happens.
But I think that is, like, that to me
is autism. I'm kidding.
To me, that's the answer of like, well, where do you get your inspiration from? Like, that's the thing where it's just like, I'm not even looking for it, but it always comes from this thing. Like,
because you can do from like lyrics of a song.
That's my favorite and top inspiration.
Yes, that's like how.
What did that say?
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're listening to lyrics, you can hear a certain whatever thing, and then all of a sudden it's like, dude, I gotta design something based off of this or whatever. So a lot of it's words, but not like tattoo script or anything like that. What I mean, but
pictures, whatever.
Picture words or something like that. So it's everything. Like other artists inspire me, and when I see someone really like grinding like that inspires me.
That's cool.
Designs, like, I can't even name an artist. Yeah, I feel like I know a lot of artists, but at this moment I can't think of anything. But I mean, there's so many artists that do inspire me. There's not like one single hand like this is the tat.
Agreed.
God, there's a lot of people that I see that just drive to be better, and there's obviously a lot of people that are very nice people, but they do not drive to be better, and it's like I'll like it because they're my friend. You know what I mean? Not or I don't know. Inspiration is really everywhere.
That's cool.
So it could just be a lyric, or it could be another artist, their design, or an idea. It could be off a TV show or a movie where a certain scene happens. It's like, oh, dude, like if you think about meshing these two designs together or something like that, like I don't know, like I think music is probably the biggest